Another round of heavy rain is moving into San Diego County right now, bringing the potential for flooding all across the county. We've already seen flooding issues along with sinkholes and downed trees, and we're still cleaning up the damage from the last storm. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Wale Aliyu.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. I am live in Imperial Beach, leading off our team coverage on the impact of this storm. Meteorologist Angelica Campos is starting us off along with the rain. We are getting powerful winds out here, Angelica.
That's right, Kimberly. Imperial Beach, windy right now, and we're looking at heavy rain making its way back into the county. We had a great break this afternoon, enough time to do some cleanup because we know there was a lot of rain earlier today, between an inch to almost 4 inches in some parts of the county. So we're going to zoom in to show you exactly where that steady heavy rain is right now. From St. Clemente all the way down to Oceanside, and for anyone traveling on the 5, pretty much the entire stretch is now looking at rain. But it does get heavier as we get a little bit closer here between Oceanside all the way down towards Encinitas. We see some pockets of rainfall rates averaging close to 1/4 inch per hour. So this is going to lower visibility, and then you add the wind on top of that, and it does make for some difficult travel conditions. Also in OB and towards San Diego, we're starting to see some of that rain picking up. It's impacting our airports with an aviation weather warning due to the winds along the coast. Expecting the winds here to continue until late tonight. And as we travel farther south towards Coronado, you can see some stretches are still dry, and some of that light rain is now making its way towards Kimberly and Imperial Beach. We'll be tracking some more rain tonight, possible thunderstorms even into tomorrow. Much more coming up.
Thanks for that warning, Angelica. I am live here in Imperial Beach, where it has been raining off and on all day, but it's not just rain keeping people from enjoying the water. Millions of gallons of sewage are flowing from Mexico through the Tijuana River and into the U.S. And the river dumps into the beaches at the border. It then moves north as high as Coronado North. And according to the International Boundary and Water Commission, sewage is flowing at a rate of about 615 million gallons a day. It's part of the more than 25 billion gallons that have flowed since the end of December. That is right, and it's not just the ocean that's affected by this storm. ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco is live in Coronado, where a major road has been shut down for hours there. Rachel?
Hi, Kimberly. The rain stopped again, but the wind is really picking up. This stretch of Glorieta is back open now, but you can still see where the barricades were. It was covered with water most of the afternoon. Here's a look at some of the video that we shot earlier. Police shut down the intersection of 10th at Gloria late this morning. Several inches flooded the road. People who live here say this area has gotten a lot of water in the past, but it's not normally shut down. It is a main thoroughfare onto the island. A few miles away in North Park, Arizona at University, also closed due to flooding. There are many flood-prone streets in and around Mission Valley that are also barricaded. This time, though, city crews started closing off some of the streets last night ahead of the storm. Back here in Coronado, longtime residents say this is unusual.
It's the biggest flood that we've had here, as far as I've seen. I've been there 30 years in the White House over there, and my neighbor across the street, he's sort of locked in there too.
It's definitely the craziest I've seen in a long time. I mean, the water's above the curb by at least a half an inch and solid all the way across.
And I just checked with the city. It appears that closing off some of the roads ahead of time near the San Diego River did help, because so far today they have not had any water-related rescues in that area. Reporting live in Coronado, Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
That's some good news. Thank you, Rachel. We continue to monitor emergency road repairs on the 78 and Oceanside, and our crew went back to the area today to get a look at the impact that this new round of rain is having. The westbound lanes were supposed to reopen yesterday, but more repairs and today's rain are causing a delay. And once the westbound lanes are done, crews will close the eastbound lanes to finish up those repairs. And if you haven't been in this area for very long, then you may not realize that we do have sewage closures. It is nothing new. For decades, it's been affecting us here in San Diego. According to the county, back in 2019, the last year that we had heavy rains, the beach access was restricted right here in IB for 82 days. Last year, after the county introduced a new DNA-based testing system, the IB shoreline was closed a whopping 249 days. That's more than 3 times the number that they had before. Those closures went all the way up to the Silver Strand and Coronado, and those beaches had a combined closure of 184 days. The closures forced the state junior lifeguard competition to close last year because of that. As I've referenced, I have been covering this story for years, and that's how I connected with one of the world's preeminent river experts and conservationists. I reached out to Mark Angelo back in 2017. I contacted him after seeing his documentary River Blue about contaminated rivers around the world. I asked him if he was aware of the Tijuana River contamination. And that led Angelo to come down from Canada to see the situation here firsthand. And through Border Patrol contacts, I got us access to restricted areas of the Tijuana River. Angelo's assessment was that the river wasn't just full of sewage, but toxic chemicals believed to be caused by illegal dumping south of the border. The head of the San Diego region of the State Water Board agreed. Listen to this.
This is more than sewage.
Test results from the water in the Tijuana River here. They show arsenic, cadmium, chromium, copper, lead, nickel, silver, zinc.
It's a serious concern. Those are indicators of industrial wastes, and they simply have no place in a natural river.
And here's an idea of how bad it is. Border Patrol agents that I talked to told me that they not only had rashes and illnesses, but they also had their boots literally dissolved by walking in the water surrounding the Tijuana River within that valley in our South Bay in San Diego. Wale, it's something we've been covering for a long time. A lot of money has been thrown at this now. The latest was the renegotiation of NAFTA under the Trump administration, a $300 million agreement made between the two countries. But where that money is going, how it's been spent, it isn't spent yet. The results not yet seen. So we will be continuing to follow this story, but that does it for us right now. We want to send it back up to you.
There's a lot there in that story and a lot in that water. Wow. Kimberly, thank you so much.